thank you. Guys, I'm thinking about becoming a vegan because not enough people hate me. Yeah, I was just thinking to myself recently, I was like, you know what, I have way too many friends. What can I do to make myself more off-putting, less approachable? I know, I'll become a vegan. That's not the real reason I'm thinking about becoming a vegan. The real reason I'm thinking about becoming a vegan is because I've just been watching way too much Netflix all summer. That's all I've been doing. Eventually, you get to a point where your body's just like, you know what? You can probably get by on a handful of vegetables a day. You really don't need all that meat. You're probably good with what comes out of the ground. Yeah. Yeah, if I do become a vegan, it's purely for health reasons. I don't really care about animals. I think pigs are gross. Yeah. In fact, if I become a vegan, I'm still gonna kill a pig like every week just to make up for the ones I'm not eating. I'm just gonna kill them, toss them aside. I don't know. It's kind of offensive, but whatever. I don't really care about them. They smell bad. Yeah. I went to the gay pride parade this year for the first time. I'm not gay myself. I was there supporting a good friend, and I'm not gay, but I found out that I have really good gaydar. You know, like I can spot them. Like, for example, if I'm out in public and I see a guy making out with another guy, I'm like, I bet he's gay. I bet he's gay. It's uncanny. It's really accurate. And you know what? Most of the time, the guy he's making out with, he's gay too. It's like 90% accurate with men. It works sometimes with women too. Like if I see a woman walking down the sidewalk and she's wearing Ralph Lauren sandals from 2 seasons ago, I'm like, I'm gay for knowing that. I'm actually gay. No, I'm not gay. I'm straight. I'm not 100% straight. I don't think anybody's 100% straight. I think there's just a gay spectrum and we're all on the gay spectrum, you know? Like, for example, every straight guy has a story that goes like this. I'm not gay, but this one time, it's fill in the blank. We all have one. We all have one. We all have one. That's why the phrase no homo exists, right? The phrase no homo was invented so that straight guys could be gay just for a second. When a straight guy comes up to you and he says, hey bro, no homo, what he's really saying is, hey, I'm about to be super gay. Just for a second, then I'm gonna go back to being straight. So, no homo, but I thought La La Land was phenomenal. It was so good. This guy knows what I'm talking about. It was so good. It took me a few viewings. I didn't like it at first, but after the 3rd time sitting through it, man, that Emma Stone is just a gem. No homo. No. See? Back to being straight. Back to being straight. Every time somebody argues with me on this, because I do get a lot of macho straight guys arguing with me about this, I don't even argue with them back anymore. If they say I'm 100% straight, I just hand them a popsicle. And I say, good luck being straight and eating that popsicle. Think about it. It's impossible for a straight man to enjoy a popsicle and be straight. You can't do it. What are you going to do, bite it? Chew it like a banana? No, you're going to suck it like Kim Kardashian. That's the best way to enjoy a popsicle. You can't do it and be straight at the same time. So straight men, you want to enjoy your popsicles, just be gay. Just be the gayest when you're eating that popsicle. And this goes for gay people too, by the way. I don't mean to just pick on straight guys. I don't believe any gay person is 100% gay. And the example I always use is Ricky Martin. Do you guys remember Ricky Martin? Give it up if you remember Ricky Martin. Okay. Thank you. People in their 20s are like, who's that? Is that like a Christina Aguilera? No, Ricky Martin was the Latin heartthrob of the 90s, and he slept with tons of women. He slept with any woman he wanted to. And then suddenly, when people started to forget who he was, he came out of the closet. And he wants us to think he's gay now. And I'm not making that up. These are his words. He was on Oprah when he came out of the closet, and she was like, didn't you used to sleep with a lot of women? And he was like, yeah, I slept with lots of women, and it was amazing. But I'm gay now. I'm a gay man. Like, dude, you're not gay, you're just done. Like, you finished early. You're like that kid in 4th grade that finishes the test early and gets to dick around for the rest of the time while the rest of us are still working our ass off. What a cocky asshole. He's like, yeah, I got so much pussy that I don't even like it anymore. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. Fucking Ricky Martin. Guys, stand-up comedy is hard. I don't know if you've noticed. I know I make it look easy. But no, that's stupid. I hate that. I hate myself for saying that. I'm not gonna say that anymore. No, stand-up comedy is hard. It is really hard. heart, and it's depressing. I know we all seem like we're happy up here, especially the last guy who was talking about suicide, Holocaust. But it is really depressing because, like, I'm very expendable as a stand-up comedian. You don't know how expendable I am. Like, I'm up here to make you guys laugh, but you don't need me to laugh. All you gotta do is go outside and watch people live their stupid lives and do stupid stuff. Like, for example, I was at the mall recently, my wife was shopping, I was sitting, and I thought of something at the time that I thought was really funny, so I took out my notebook and I wrote it down, because that's what you're supposed to do. And then I looked up and I saw a guy run into a glass door. And I thought, that's better. That's so much better than what I just wrote down. Why? That guy's not a comedian. Like, I get paid to do this. That's just a dingus who thought it was a push door and it was a pull door. I'm the professional. Why is this guy funnier than me? What business does he have? And there's lots of stuff like that in normal everyday life that's so much better than anything I could ever write. Like, for example, I'll never be as funny as a dog with a human name. See, you guys are already laughing. I know. I worked with a girl who brought her dog to work recently. I was like, what's the dog's name? It's like, Kevin. That's a human man's name. That's hilarious. I don't know, why is your dog named Kevin? That's like, when I think of Kevin, like, that's a 4th grader who plays soccer. Like, dog's name is Kevin. I'll never be as funny as a comb-over. Very good. Already laughing. I'm not talking about like Donald Trump. He's known for his comb-over, but at least he has enough hair to cover his whole head. I'm talking about the guys that are clearly bald, but just have like that thin bridge of hair over the top, like they're fooling everybody with like that time. I saw one of these recently on the train. I was on the metro looking down at this guy. Picture this shiny bald head on top. 7 hairs. Just 7 hairs just draped across the top. And these were the scraggliest, most exhausted looking hairs I've ever seen in my life. Like, these hairs had way too much on their plate. Like, they came to work, they woke up that morning and he was like, listen, hairs, have a seat. You guys do a great job of covering the side of my head, but I've been doing some downsizing up top. I don't know if you've noticed. I'm going to need you to cover the top of the head as well. Way too much for these hairs. And they were greasy. Like, he put gel on them to glue them to the top of his... It looked like a strip of bacon laid across a bowling ball. It's just, you can picture that. The best way to describe it. It's frustrating, you know, and I have other friends and other jobs that don't understand. Like, I have a friend who's an accountant, and he gets really upset about his job. He's like, dude, I'm so expendable. All I do is crunch numbers. I could be replaced by a computer someday. I'm like, dude, I'm a comedian. All I do is make people laugh. I could be replaced by a fart. Hey, thank you guys. Give it up for your host, Scott.